Welcome to GPGurus, where we swiftly review titles on game subscription catalogs so you could spend more time enjoying them. I'm Cavanicton, and today I'm going to review a game about digging a hole, found on Xbox Game Pass Premium. I'll be rating it on a 5 guru scale with these categories based on just under 7 hours of gameplay. At the end, I'll also give you the game's overall score. When it comes to gameplay, this one hits about where I expected it would. Who doesn't love killing time digging a hole in your backyard, trying to find buried treasure? You start out with basic tools, but as you sell what you unearth, stone and ore, you start upgrading to turn yourself into a digging machine. This is great, but that's basically it. That's the game. Dig, and dig some more, blow up a few obstacles, and dig again. You do run into a few mysteries along the way, but not many. The gameplay's great for what it is, an indie simulation sandbox. But don't come into this one expecting a life-changing gaming experience. I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5 in gameplay. The graphics and audio land in the middle. The game's look is relatively simple and rough around the edges, but that's a great fit for what it is. It's a poster child for minimalistic games, letting you focus on what really matters: digging a hole. The audio's no different. Birds chirp when you're above ground, footsteps clunk as you walk, and digging thuds, making you feel like you're really plunging your shovel into the ground. It's great, but it's not groundbreaking. I'm giving it a 3.5 out of 5 in graphics and audio. For a game about digging a hole, there are actually quite a few control inputs in this one. Dig, jump, throw dynamite to name a few, and they all respond pretty well. However, I did run into a few issues when digging, which is the main aspect of the game. So, I'm going to have to ding the score a bit. You had to have your angle for digging surprisingly precise to get your holes to expand properly, which then made traveling through or trying to quickly dig up, down, or at an angle difficult. It wasn't game-breaking by any means, but it's still inconvenient. That's why I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 in control mechanics. For the first few hours, this game is so engaging. You can't wait to see what you're going to unearth. However, that starts to fade. Then the game begins showing its limitations in this area. It's hard to stay engaged for long when you can beat the main story in a couple hours, less if you're trying to speedrun through it, and outside of a few twists, it's basically the same concept. Start to finish. Dig, upgrade, dig bigger holes faster, and repeat. It's fun, but that doesn't really leave a whole lot of room for replayability. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 in engaging factor. This game doesn't have too many additional features, but there is one that's definitely worth mentioning. Achievement mode, which has to be unlocked, gives you at least one more playthrough that's worth doing. Actions from the first run will carry over to this one to work toward completing a handful of achievements. I had a great time working through these, hearing that satisfying sound of success when I managed to reach my goal. However, that's about it for additional features, and it really only adds about another hour or so of engaging gameplay to this title. Also, I ran into an issue where I met all of the requirements for this mode to unlock, but it didn't trigger for me. So I had to go through another run before I could jump into the new mode. Luckily, that run was only about an hour long, but it was still frustrating. I'm giving it a 3 out of 5 for additional features. A game about digging a hole is a fun title to play for a few hours. There's something oddly relaxing and enjoyable about it, but that quickly changes. Then it starts to turn into more of a chore. It's well worth your time to play, but I don't think it's going to be one you'll come back to too many times after your first few playthroughs. Its overall score is a 3.2 out of 5. If you played this one, let us know your fastest time for beating the game in the comments below. I'm Cavanicton. Thank you for watching a GPGurus review. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to stay up to date with our reviews. We'll see you next time.